life. Yesterday we drove up into the Sierra Mountains and it was quite the gain of elevation. Right now I think we're at about 4,100 feet and we spent the night here last night boondocking at this wonderful pullout on the road up through the Sierras, and it is just really gorgeous.
It's beautiful. The air is so clean. We are boondocked at a really great spot that's actually about equidistant from Kings Canyon National Park and also the Sequoia National Park. So I think we're about maybe a 20-minute drive from each park. So today we're going to first check out Kings Canyon National Park and kind of see what some of the hiking trails are there. And then depending on how much time we have, we may actually come back and boondock at the same place and then check out the Sequoia National Park tomorrow.
Let me pan around here so you get a view of the surrounding area in which we spent the night last night. So we are driving through Kings Canyon and there is a ton of snow here and not that many people. And as you can see, we are in the lot where Grant's tree is. And these trees are just so majestic and so tall. It is really amazing seeing all these trees. Here's a little pan around the lot here. There's just a few cars here, and there are a lot of trees. There's the ambulance off in the distance, right near that amazing tree.
This place is absolutely breathtaking.
It's really magical being here with all this snow. It's kind of walking through a winter wonderland, and it's the middle of March.
This place is incredibly beautiful, and trying to capture it on video is kind of like trying to take a picture of the Grand Canyon. It only captures about 1/10 of the actual beauty. So I really recommend visiting this amazing park, Kings Canyon National Park. And March is a great time to be here because the snow is just like that, melting, and it creates this beautiful backdrop for viewing these wonderful trees. And words can't quite describe the atmosphere of this place. It's kind of, I don't know, it's just like, as I was saying before, it's the kind of place where I feel like I really have to speak with a hushed tone because it just is.
So here in Kings Canyon National Park, there's a tree by the name of Grant's Tree, and it is one of 3 of the tallest sequoias on the face of the earth. This tree is truly majestic and quite a sight to behold.
So we're stuck. We were going along the road merrily, breezing through all the snow like it was no problem, and then we hit this one rough patch where it was just a little bit deep. So now we're obviously stuck. We're trying to dig ourselves out a little bit, and stay tuned. Right. Okay, so we've done a lot of digging around the tires here. The problem is that the snow is quite melty at this point, but it's still just cold enough that when you drive over it, it forms a layer of ice. Hoping and praying with this horse. We made it out.
So, we made it out. We're back on the road.
It was seriously touch and go. Here's the ambulance now. And as you can see, we just got out of this horrible place right here. The snow isn't that deep. It's just that it's just warm enough that it's starting to melt. So as soon as you roll over it, it forms ice. So we're very, very happy to be out. Hopefully we're not going to hit any more patches like this, and we can get out of this Sequoia National Forest unscathed. We'll keep you posted on our progress. Oh, so happy and relieved. All right, see ya.
Well, it's been a long day traveling through Kings Canyon National Park, where we saw some fantastic sequoia trees, and then we were winding our way through Sequoia National Forest, where we got stuck in the snow 2 times and successfully extricated ourselves.
Yay!
And so I think through that experience, we learned some amazing things about ourselves, our rig, and what to have in the rig if this ever happens to you, which it may very well happen.
Well, we had a small metal shovel with a sharp point, which was very useful for chipping through any ice that had packed down from our tires. The second thing that we had that was extremely helpful was we had a big container of kitty litter, which we used to sprinkle on the snow to create some friction. And the third thing we had was
the floor mat.
Yes, the floor mat. So that was extremely helpful. We just used the floor mat from the passenger side and just put it right underneath the tire in the back so that we could back up the vehicle slightly and then just use that floor mat to just kind of create some more friction between us and the ground.
And I think also maybe our biggest asset was that we had calm, collected heads, and we kind of focused on the problem at hand and
Yep.
knew that we were going to do whatever it took to get ourselves out of that situation. And we really didn't want to entertain the ideas of having a tow truck come trying to pull us out of the snow, because that would have taken a lot of time and a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that April and I worked together to get ourselves out of that situation, and also to our rig too. Our rig performed extremely well in those circumstances.
Probably the one thing that I wish that we'd had was snow chains. We had talked about getting snow chains several times, but just never did. And we're going to be buying those very soon. And that's definitely something that I think would have been very useful, because the roads definitely deteriorated very quickly once we passed from the national park to the national forest.
We're so happy right now because we found our boondocking spot for the night. We just had dinner and we're just about to settle in for a nice, relaxing night, and we'll probably get an amazing sleep. So thank you so much for watching and joining us on this adventure through the national park and national forests and our misadventures in the snow. And we hope that you're all doing well, and see you in the next video.
Okay.